Hey guys, so we're looking at an article today. Okay, so this is the writing, and let's just look at the key language ideas for the article. Okay, so this is the main things that they want to see when we are writing an article. And if you have examples of all of these, you have a better chance of getting a really nice score. So you can see here we can use adjectives for describing people and things. Okay, so again, always using adjectives. It's a great way to make your writing a lot more interesting and engaging. So you can see here, attractive. Okay, so that could be used for a person or mainly a place in this case. Okay, brave would be used for a person, for example. Calm could be used for a person or a place. Cheerful, that's for a person usually, but I can imagine it being used for a place also. And convenient, very good for a place. Now, convenient means kind of easy to access, for example. It's not complicated, it's not hard to get to, it's not far away. Okay, so we can also use linking words, okay? And again, we want to use as many of these as is necessary, or as don't overdo it, of course, but we want to use them every chance we get. Okay, so things like and, but, so. Okay, and so is similar to therefore. Yeah, because or as. You could also use as instead of because. Although or however. Okay, also and as well. Okay. Use an introductory sentence for each paragraph. So Paris is a city of variety. Okay, so this is the first sentence that we're going to use in our paragraph. Okay, so Paris is a city of variety. We're saying there's lots of things there, and that's the first thing we say. And then after that, we're going to say what things give it that variety. So maybe there are museums, food, there's beautiful parts, there are rough parts or rundown areas, so we want to say what it is and then give examples after this, okay? A good job should be creative. So here's another example. So what are examples of creativity in a job? And then you start with a good job should be creative, and then after that, we will, give examples. So whether it is a graphic design job, maybe, if it is a marketing job, a teaching job, we should be creative in our delivery. Okay, and then photography is a great hobby. So you're making a statement and then you are expanding, you are giving more information after that. And then finally here, give your opinion. Okay, so it's an article, so you are talking about something and we want to hear about your opinion. What are your thoughts? So here we have, I think. Okay, so that's kind of a basic one. I think that Limerick is a beautiful city. I think that photography has many interesting aspects. Okay, we can also say, it seems to me that. So that's a bit more complicated. But again, if we can achieve accuracy, if we can be successful in our accuracy, this is a fantastic one to be able to use. And then I would say that. So again, we are using that conditional or that modal kind of verb. Okay, so there's an interesting introduction to the article. Okay, so here we have a bit of an exercise. So we have to choose the best introductory sentence in italics for each paragraph. So we have 1, 2, 3 paragraphs. Okay, so have a read of these. Okay, take notes, see where they use adjectives and things like that. And try this and send me your response and I will correct these also. Okay, so here we have our first example of an article question. So read the exam task. What should your article be about and what information should you include? Okay, so you can see articles wanted. And the title there is My Favorite City. So you can see there is 3 questions, okay? And those 3 questions are basically going to be our paragraphs, okay? So what's your favorite city? What's so special about this city? And what city would you love to travel to in the future? Okay, so again, we're saying something, we're going to be starting off with a general statement, saying what your favorite city is, what's so special about it. So now we're talking about adjectives and linking words. And then what city would you love to visit or to travel to in the city? So again, that gives you a chance to use different tenses. So we're talking about the future now, and we're talking about a conditional. So if I could go, I would go. So that's a really good chance to show off or to demonstrate your grammatical skills. So tell us what you think. Write an article answering these questions, and we will publish the most interesting ones on our website. So again, we have to make it very, very interesting. Okay, so here we are. This is an example or a sample answer. So my favorite city is Paris because it is so lively and interesting. It is also full of surprises. Okay, so very general. It's not giving you specifics yet, and that's the first paragraph. And you can see here things like lively. Yeah, that's a great adjective to use. And interesting. So lots of adjectives already. Paris is a city of variety. Okay, so here we can see it's a general statement at the start. It has many beautiful old buildings. Okay, so 2 adjectives there as well. But it also feels modern. So it said it's a city of variety. It says beautiful old buildings, and it's modern. So it expands on the first statement, the first line of this paragraph. Okay, you can visit expensive designer shops or small traditional markets. So again, there's your variety and lots of adjectives: expensive, designer, small, traditional. There are hundreds of restaurants which serve French food or different food from around the world. Again, more variety: French food and food from around the world. You can meet all kinds of people too. There is something for everyone. Okay, so a nice conclusion to that paragraph. I would love to travel to New York in the future because I have seen the city in so many films. Okay, that's brilliant, yeah? I would. So we're using the modal verb there, the kind of conditional. Okay, so that is, I would love to travel if I have the chance, okay? To New York in the future because I have seen it. So they're using the present perfect there. I've seen the city in so many films. And I would love, so again, love to visit it in real life. So that's the full answer, just about 100 words. And keep it accurate, keep it clean, and lots of adjectives. Okay, so here we can see the first paragraph answers the first question and gives a reason. Okay, so here we can see adjectives make the article more interesting to read. So again, always using adjectives, always trying to find more adjectives. Okay, here the second paragraph gives more details. So we're expanding our answers, and it answers the second question in the task. So the question ordered, 3 questions in the task, will help us to give ourselves order and structure to the writing. Okay, and finally there, the third paragraph is about a city the writer would like to go to in the future. So again, following the questions they ask in the instructions. All right, so here we have another bit of an exercise. So we have complete the table with adjectives from the box. Can you add more adjectives? So I really want you to focus on that part please add more adjectives, okay? That's really important to be able to express yourself and to give more feeling and excitement in your writing. So you can see here, amusing, delicious, freezing, frightening, old-fashioned, peaceful, quiet, stormy, tasty, tight. Okay, so what categories can these be put into? Are they clothes, film, food, countryside, and weather? And add more for each section. Okay, and now question 5. Read the exam task, which you will see in a moment. What should your article be about? So what is the focus of your article and what should it include? And then 6, I think it is, or 5. Before you write your article, complete the table with ideas. So I'll show you that table in a moment. Okay, so here's your question. Articles wanted. Okay, so again, my perfect job. That's the title. Very important to be aware of that. Okay, so 3 questions again. What makes the perfect job? Is it being creative, traveling, meeting people, or something else? So you decide that. And how important is it to earn a lot of money? So again, tell us what you think. The same thing. Write an article answering these questions, and we will publish the most interesting articles on our website. So you're going to see that in a lot of questions. So again, remember the structure, what way you're going to order it, what paragraphs are going to answer what questions. So the first paragraph will answer the first question, second paragraph, the second question, and the third paragraph, the third question. Okay, and we're nearly there. So we want to use this table. Is going to help us structure our articles. So this is a great place to start, especially if you're writing your first or your second. If you're new to writing articles, it's very important to just get an idea of the structure in your head. And this is a very clear way to be able to structure your article. And once we get very comfortable, you might not need to do this so often. Maybe you will, but this is a great way just to get a visual idea of where everything goes in your article, because you can see there planning is very, very important so that you don't get kind of confused. You don't make a confusing looking essay. And remember, the easier it is for the examiner to read, the happier they'll be with it and the more likely they will be to give you top marks. Okay, and finally, I want you to write your article using notes from exercise 5 and about 100 words. Okay, so it's not that much. So don't waste your words. Yeah, so be very selective and make sure every sentence is related to the questions. We don't want to go off topic because that will make you lose marks. Okay, and now check your article and make changes if necessary. So once you finish writing your article, about 100 words, go through this checklist, okay, and make sure you've covered everything. So again, it's only 100 words, but we have 5 things that we want to cover. So have you answered all the questions and included the necessary information? So make sure you are very specific about what you say, very accurate. Have you used adjectives to make your article interesting to read? So again, especially now, you can use Google Translate or whatever you want if you're looking for an adjective, but you also have lots of adjectives that you have found through the course. Okay, so use all of those adjectives, and even adjectives that you hear and vocabulary that you hear in everyday life. Yeah, so not just stuff you learned in the classroom, but stuff that you learn every day. Okay, your personal opinion, very important. That's what makes it an article. Okay, so what is your opinion? Have you used linking words and phrases? Okay, so phrases are important, and all those linking words, which we saw. And I will be giving you more idioms and more phrases in the coming week also. And then have you counted your words? Okay, so that's it. Best of luck with it. Any questions, please send me a message. And we'll do a number of these. We'll focus on this for the next couple of weeks. So we're going to write more than one of these a week, and that will get us very comfortable with this task. Okay, good stuff.